How do? It's been a while since we've been out. 2024 fast approaching, and our Stephen's got a new coat. Robert Mawdsley, dubbed the British Hannibal the Cannibal, reputedly ate a victim's brain with a spoon. Move on. Oh my lord, Stephen, just move on, dude. Like I said, how do? Been a while. 2024 fast approaching. Before we get into the vlog, I just hope, for all of you, something good happens. Whether it's better health, mental and physical, change of circumstances, just something good. It's very tough for a lot of people at the moment. Financially, there's a lot going on in the world. Troubling times. So I'm just wishing you all the very best. So Robert Mawdsley has just spent his 50th Christmas behind bars. Who was he? As a very young lad in 74, he killed a lad, Rebel, I think he were called. Beast. Paedophile. Mawdsley himself had an horrendous childhood. Yeah, all too common. Victims of our own childhoods. He was deemed unfit to plead at his trial and he was sent to Broadmoor High Security Hospital. There, along with another lad called Cheeseman, killed someone else. Beast, child molester. I guess in some people's eyes, Mawdsley would be sort of an anti-hero. Cheeseman, point and fact, would eventually get out of prison. So he killed inside and he was released. He did get locked back up. Mawdsley was then sent to HMP Wakefield, dubbed Monster Mansion for good reason. 1978, I was just leaving school at 16. He went into solitary. Fucking hell. Think of all the memories I've got, holidays, everything. 1978, it's a long time in prison. Solitary confinement. Spent, the longest serving prisoner in solitary confinement, I believe, he's claimed. The prison service, incidentally, made a comment in the article I read. Their comment was there's no such thing as solitary confinement, segregation, or the like. No such thing. They said, point and fact, people get an hour's exercise every day. They get a phone call. They get a visit. Let me fucking tell you. Yeah. Firstly, there is lads that loved the segregation unit, solitary. These lads that lived down there, it became habit, and they preferred it to normal location, jail. There's a lot of bullies in segregation. When I was in the private sector, there was one particular senior officer, a bad bully, little man syndrome, big chip on shoulder. We had some big lads in that segregation unit. Him and his little team didn't touch them. But some small weakling, little 20-year-old, I remember him for arson, beat the fuck out of him one weekend. No proof, no cameras. We turned up Monday morning. This lad's cowering in his cell, black and blue. There was an investigation. Nothing proved. No evidence. A lot of bullies. Prisoners getting religiously beaten. And staff getting badly assaulted. back to Robert Mawdsley. He left Broadmoor, went to Monster Mansion and killed twice on the same wing. That'd be chilling, that, if you were staff on there. Imagine finding that. Imagine being in the wing office, which is just that. Robert Mawdsley walking in and telling you 2 off. When you used to take, as a prison officer, prisoners off a wing, you'd call in the wing office, 2 off, 10 off, let them know how many you were taking so they could adjust the roll. Robert Mawdsley, 2 off, 2 dead. A lot of people in the comments to the article, you know, hope he spends another 50 Christmases behind bars. Bring back capital punishment. Should have been off the planet and the like. Again, some people, a bit of an anti-hero. He has said to family members, allegedly, if he got the opportunity, he would kill again. Paedophiles and sex offenders. That don't make him bad in my book. Round about the millennium, he asked to be allowed to die. Talked about that before. There'd be a lot of complications, a lot of political stuff. However, you know, this country is moving towards euthanasia. I hope we don't go the same way as Canada, where basically, if you're unemployed or you live on the streets, you can apply to be killed. Yeah, they'll get rid of you, get you off the planet. If you're a young person who's suffering mental health, they'll kill you, you're off the planet. If you had a badly disabled child, get rid of your child, off the planet. Go and have a look at Canada and their laws around euthanasia. Fucking brutal. So yeah, he applied. He also applied for a bird, a budgie. Life is at one bit, could have birds in the cell, a budgie to look after. He was turned down. He will have spent a lot of his time in proper solitary, no conversation, no TV, no reading material. But he did kill inside. For me, far worse than him got out. Been out now. Done far worse than him. And would he be a risk to staff or just other prisoners? Debatable. I weren't looking after him, so it'd be unfair for me to comment. However, he was a neighbour for a good time. Charles Bronson, now known as Charles Salvador. You know, both spent time in Monster Mansion as neighbours. A lot of time in solitary confinement. It's a wonder the guy's still sane. Out and about next year. Interviews, more vlogs. Parting shot as always. I'm wondering whether Charles Bronson will get another chance at parole in 2024. Charles Salvador, as he's now known. God bless you all. Thanks for coming. Al City.